Who will decide what happens to your body when you die?
It's incredibly important as an Aboriginal person to plan your own funeral, particularly the place where you want to be buried or have your body returned to after you pass. It's a cultural thing, it's an identity thing. It's about who we are as our people and our attachment to our country, particularly our tribal country, in my case, Yorta Yorta. For many of us in the urban environments of Southeast Australia, we don't live on country. We have to move for work and for other reasons, or been dispersed through history. So our return to our dream time, our place of our dreaming of our ancestors after we pass, is a very intrinsic part of who we are and who we will always be.
It's important for me to plan and organise my own funeral and burial because I was raised in a Greek family and cremation is not an option in the Greek Orthodox Church. I don't want to be buried, and so I have recorded my wishes to be cremated and where I want to be scattered. So at the time of my death, there is no confusion about where I want to be and how I want things to happen.
On one level, it's not important for me to plan my own funeral and burial because I won't be there, I'll be dead. But it would be a great and I think necessary courtesy to my family and friends to plan for a ceremony which is truthful about me and which is not too awful to attend.
Many people are not sure of the answer to this question, but the law is clear.
The law in Australia is that your wishes about the disposal of your body are not legally binding at all. The person who has the responsibility for your estate, your executor if you leave a will, or the administrator if you don't leave a will, has the full power to decide how your body should be disposed of.
Disputes can occur when people disagree about funeral and burial arrangements.
Mum had said that she wanted to be cremated, and she'd said over the years that she wanted her ashes scattered.
Unfortunately, your mum died and she didn't get what she wanted, even though she had given instructions what was to happen, but that's not what happened. Her instructions weren't carried out. The dispute with your siblings and father was almost as bad as, if not worse than, losing your mum.
I've been to a few funerals where the wishes of the deceased were not really respected, and the worst one was probably my friend Morris, who died in the early 90s. Morris was gay and his family locked him out. They estranged him, they wouldn't talk with him. They lectured him about the sinfulness of his lifestyle, and Morris moved out and didn't talk to his parents for decades. When he died with a will which nominated an executor and spelled out what kind of a funeral and what kind of a burial that he wanted, but he didn't sign it. And his parents moved in as next of kin and took control. And the funeral that we all attended was in a church with a eulogy given by a priest who didn't know Morris. It was an awful eulogy, and there was a reading from St. Paul, a lesson about how sons and daughters must obey their parents. And on one side there was Morris's family, and on the other side there were all Morris's gay friends. And we got increasingly distressed, so that the service wasn't really about Morris, it was about a rising sense of anger and dismay that his family could do this.
So what is the problem with the law?
The law in Australia today comes from 19th century England. Modern Australia is quite different from then. People want to make their own decisions. There are blended and complex families. There are different religious and non-religious beliefs, and the law today in Australia should reflect our contemporary society.
The Victorian Law Reform Commission is reviewing the law, and we want to know what you think. The Commission is considering 4 options. 1. Confirm the current position in legislation so the executor or likely administrator decides what happens. 2. Oblige the executor or likely administrator to take certain factors into account, such as the wishes of the deceased or those of their family members. 3. Allow people to leave binding funeral and burial instructions. 4. Allow people to appoint an agent to control their funeral and burial. What do you think? Go to our website and tell us. You can check out our consultation paper, take our survey and make a submission.